Okay, Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash. And double honors to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to you Akim out there that has been pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Today's topic is going to be prophecies, for we in the year of 2020, year of prophecy, and also various topics. Because you have a bunch of loose topics that fits the qualification of being part of prophecy, man. So, brothers, when they get some brothers, I need scriptures.
Yeah, come. This is the book of First Maccabees. This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 9. And after his death,
Start
1.
Yeah.
This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 1. And it happened after that, Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian.
See, we going into the Greek Empire when it wasn't Philip of Macedon who was going to be the one that conquered the whole known world, but it was his son, which is what the people in this world call Alexander the Great, but we call him Alexander the Greek or Alexander the Crete. But he's known as Alexander the Greek or Alexander the Great. So now he was the one that's speaking about right here in the First Maccabees, the first chapter. Read.
Khan, who came out of the land of Chittim, had smitten Darius, king of the Persians and Medes, that he reigned in his stead the first over Greece.
And he was the youngest, he's one of the youngest kings that ruled. He ruled at the age of 20 years, man. But he had a short reign. He only reigned for 12 years. And this is talking about the first king of the Grecians, which is the first reign of the Edomite Empire. The first, because you have Philip of Macedon, and he was coming up in ranks, but he didn't rule the whole known world. Even though he took down different nations, but Alexander the Greek took down the whole known world in a short period of time, and he ruled for 12 years. And this is exactly what this is talking about. See, in order for you to understand, like the apostles bring out constantly, in order for you to understand prophecy, you have to understand secular history. Read.
Khan, verse 2, and made many wars and won many strongholds.
And Alexander the Greek, he made many wars with the kings of the earth and slew them all and took down every last king that was in that realm, over in that world, in that part of the world. And he became this great known king, man, which was called the leopard in the scriptures. Read.
And slew the kings of the earth. Verse 9 to the point. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves.
Because what happened was Alexander grew up with a company of generals. Started with Lysimaeus, Seleucus, Cassandra, and Ptolemy. And they all put crowns upon them because Alexander died of a mysterious disease. But Alexander the Greek was a mole, having all kind of escapades with them Grecian, I'm saying them Persian boys. So who knows what kind of disease that he caught? Some say syphilis, but who knows what it was, man? It could have been AIDS, but it wasn't known as AIDS back then. And he died at the age of 32. So he had a short reign, which was 12 years. And then what happened was, his generals that grew with him, that was in battle with him, parted his kingdom 4 ways throughout the 4 corners of the earth. So you had Seleucus, Lysimaeus, Ptolemy, and Cassandra, man. And what they did was, read.
Khan. So did their son, and after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years.
And it's a long history, man. I could be here for hours bringing this history out, man. But for the sake of time, we're gonna not go through all the kings and their names and all the rules, all their rulerships and all the wars that they went through, because that's a part of secular history. And the apostle Tahar brought that out and breaking down Daniel's 11th chapter, where it goes into that, man. So this history is vast, man. We could be here for hours breaking down that history. So that was prophecy that came to pass. And now is going to show you. Now, the reason why this book is bringing this prophecy up is a meaning to that, because since these Edomites have taken control of the whole earth, of the whole known world, evil's multiplied, and the truth is going to bring that up.
Come. And evils were multiplied in the earth.
Read it again for the time.
Come, this is the book of 1 Maccabees chapter 1 verse 9.
Yeah, come.
And after his death,
After Alexander's death,
they all put crowns upon themselves.
Lacemeus, Ptolemy, Cassandra, Seleucus, they all put crowns upon themselves. And so did their sons many years. In the 137th reign of the kingdom of the Greeks, it was a wicked king by the name of Antiochus IV that came out, that put crazy hell upon Israel, man. Show you that they had a long rulership, man. And evil's multiplied, because that was an evil. It tell you it said, and there came a wicked root. Antiochus in the 137th year of the reign of the Greeks. That root, man. So he was a wicked. So they show you that wickedness came from Esau, man. Esau, the so-called white man, was really the first one that brought forth all kind of wickedness throughout the four corners of the earth, man. There was always wickedness, man, and devil worshiping and sedition, but Esau brought that to the forefront, man.
Quick precept. This is Proverbs. This is Proverbs 29:16. When the wicked are multiplied, transgression increaseth.
Hey, and that shows you that in 1 Maccabees chapter 1 verse 9, when the wicked, read it again.
This is Proverbs 29:16. When the wicked are multiplied,
when the wicked are multiplied,
transgression increaseth.
Transgression increaseth. What is transgression? You know, transgression of the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, which is sin. But Esau, you know, in this day and age, Esau have taken on the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, because Ronald Reagan have declared the year of 1983 the year of the Bible. So they're taking on the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, and that's where they're going to be judged, man.
Nah, it's a lot.
They're going to be judged. Read, bro.
Then it says, but the righteous shall see their fall.
But the righteous, first and foremost, the 1/3, 144,000, shall see the fall of the wicked, which is Esau, man, the so-called white man. You know, starting with the international bankers, man, because the international bankers, they're not going to fall first, man. They're going to go into hiding. So it's going to be the enterprise, Mrs. America, right along going down the drain with their new world order, and these peon crackers that think they know what's going on, really, but they don't. They're going to be the first one to be destroyed, and then the peon cracker, and then the elite crackers that's in them international space stations, in them dumb, deep underground bunkers that they hide themselves in, they're going to be dug out, and they're going to be put into slavery, man. The Most High, pursuant to Isaiah, the 24th chapter, the 19th verse on down, after the earth is clean dissolved, the Most High is going to punish the host of the Howars, which are on high, which are the international bankers, man.
I appreciate it.
Read.
Oh.
Hold that, what you got? You finished that?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, good.
This is
Because basically, man, you know, when it goes into the Most High punishing the host of the Howars, which is on high, you link that up with Ezekiel the 39th chapter, the 14th verse, which is going to be several continuing employment. You know? Yeah, bro.
This is Psalms 37 and 35. I have seen the wicked in great power.
Hey, that's a Psalm of David, right?
Let me see. Yep.
King David said, I've seen the wicked in great power, man. You know? Who's the wicked, man? Because King David was also a prophet, so he prophesied Esau being in power, man. Started with the Greeks. I've seen the wicked in great power. Who's the wicked? Pursuant to Malachi, the first chapter, the 4th verse, man. Who was the wicked? Who running the world right now, man? Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Okay. So Job is saying, hold that real quick. Job, matter of fact, bring that real quick before you start bringing that out.
This is Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
I just said it. Who's that? Who's running the world, man? The earth has been given into the hands of the wicked. Our forefather Isaac, which is Yahweh Shai, the reincarnation, if you can receive that, gave Esau the blessing and the blessing of the sword and the fatness of the earth, man. So Esau has the best lands and he's ruling with his military, man. You know, the wicked, it says the wicked, read it again.
Job chapter 9 verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Who is the wicked? Somebody get real quick. Malachi, the first chapter, the 4th verse. Get that real quick. So bring that real quick so we could prove who's the wicked, man. Because the wicked is in rulership right now to this very day. That's why you see all these unjust laws, man. That's why you see homosexuality running rampant the way it's running. Women ruling over men.
Okay. If I can make a point, because the scriptures say Esau is the end of the world. That world is going into the end of an age, the end of an era. All right, just like when you read the book of Daniel, the 2nd chapter, when it mentions the statue that Nebuchadnezzar saw in his dream. All right, we at the feet of that statue. All right, the toes that's mixed with part iron and miry clay. All right, Esau is ruling in this time, man. The time of the feet. The toes mixed with iron and miry clay. And Daniel's the 2nd chapter.
And that's going into the European Union. You got partially strong nations in the Europe. I'm saying in NATO, such as Slovakia, such as Great Britain, France, and Germany. Those are the 3 major countries that's strong in the European Union. And that's partially strong, partially because you got a lot of weak nations as well. That's piggybacking or land backing off them strong nations, man. You know, surviving, so to speak. So you got more. I'm saying you got bring out that in Malachi 1 and 4.
This is
To prove to you who's running the earth. The earth is given to the hands of the wicked, man. But Malachi 1 and 4, brother.
This is Malachi 1 and 4. Whereas Edom saith.
Who's Edom? It's not Esau. Edom is Edom, the so-called white man. Esau is Edom, the so-called white man. You know, which has been given the blessing of the sword and the fatness of the earth through our forefather Isaac, which is Yahweh Shah, and he is the wicked. Job 9:24, what the brother brought out, and to prove that the wicked is ruling the earth, and Esau is the wicked. Malachi, the 1st chapter, the 4th verse. Get it, brother.
Malachi 1 and 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build a desolate. It's like it. Return and build the desolate places.
And because Esau, the so-called white man, during the time when the pagan Roman Empire was taken down, and it became the
Holy Roman Empire.
The Holy Roman Empire, or what they say the Byzantine Empire. The empire was split in 2, you know. So once the pagan Roman Empire went down, man, it became the Holy Roman Empire. That was that wound. That was that deadly wound that Esau received, man. He got taken out of his power, and Jacob ruled for 1,000 years, man. But they returned and built the desolate places when? Then the late 1300s, the early 1400s, started with the Borgias, which was the first crown family. Then, in the process of time, Jacob was losing their power, and Esau was gaining power, and hence, the Renaissance started. The Renaissance, which is Cristobal Colon. Renaissance means the rebirth of a nation. The rebirth of Esau's nation coming back in the rulership, man. After 1,000 years of servitude, man. After 1,000 years of being in the mountains, man. Them Caucasoid mountains. Because the dark nations pushed Esau, and it speaks about that in Job. I think it's Job, the 20th chapter, something right here. The 30th chapter, Slovakia, you know. It speaks about how Esau got pushed in the mountains. They was, you know, grunting like beasts. And they show you that, man. They movies, man.
Arthur Koestler tells
you know?
in his book too.
So, back to Esau being the wicked and build up their desolate place. They did that during the time of the Renaissance, man. Then the late 1300s up until now, man. And we are and Esau is approaching the end of his rulership, and that's why Revelation 12 and 12 is going to come into effect. Because Esau knows his time is short. So what he's going to do? He's going to inflict much pain upon the people. And I had a dream last night, man. And in my dream, it was a declaration of a state of emergency, and you had people, Esau, the NYPD, driving around, and it was Humvees behind them, and MRAPs, and they were saying that if you out after a certain amount of time, you're gonna be questioned, and you gotta have a legitimate reason on why you out at this particular time. If you don't have no legitimate reason, you're gonna be arrested and detained. And that was because the president at that time declared a state of emergency, and I was the dream was weird because in my dream I was in my childhood home in East New York, Brooklyn, with my sisters and my cousins, and we was like, yo, we can't go outside because they're declaring martial law. And then after that, it switched, whereas they had me some kind of concentration camp. And once again, I escaped the countries of that concentration camp. But before that, it seemed like tidal waves of water coming down. Now, when I woke up and I thought about that flood that coming in, that was troops, man. That in my dream it was water that was overtaking a lot of people and drowning them, and they getting caught up in the flood of water. But as I know that Esau gonna come in like a flood, and that flood represents them Gurkha troops, some UN troops, the National Guards, Interpol. But the dream ended when I woke up because my alarm clock woke me up, whereas that flood was coming and Esau was coming, and I escaped the clutches of Esau because I was brought to a concentration camp, but I was able to escape. It's always me finding a way how to escape out of my dreams, and I wake up. So that was that dream I had. So I'm not trying to say it was prophecy, but it dealt with concentration camps, and it dealt with Esau coming in like a flood, because it was the water, like a big flood coming in and killing a lot of people. But I took it as Esau coming in as a flood. That water represented them troops. But back to what we was getting into.
And a quick precept to
bring it up.
Khan. This is the book of Acts, chapter 2, verse 17. And it shall come to pass in the last days, saith the Lord, I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams.
And that's what's happening today, man. How many times there's countless videos on YouTube where little Edomite little girls and boys or Edomites or even Jake is talking about some kind of dream they had dealing with the end times, man. Because we in that time now, man. We in that time now. Look what's going on around the world. You see fires in Australia, and you see for the past 3-4 days in the metropolitan area, it was fires, man. All kind of fires breaking out within the 5 boroughs, man. A little 11-year-old girl got put to death. The other day, some 83-year-old man got put to death by fires. You got fires, you got uprising of the people, you got impeachment trials going on. All these things, that impeachment trial is nothing but a distraction for the economy and what's going on with the economy. Also, what's going on behind the scenes with this Solomon Nelly, whatever his name was, killing, man, and what's going on in the Middle East, man. Trying to keep you preoccupied with the Oscars that's coming up and any other event that can keep your mind off what's really going on in the mainstream.
Super Bowl, All-Star
the Super
game.
Bowl, the NBA All-Star game. All these events is coming up to keep your mind preoccupied so you won't know what's really going down, man.
This elder brother Sabah, I think that's his channel. He put scripture up.
That's his channel, yeah. What is it?
Zechariah
4:2?
Yeah, you can read it, Q.
Yeah.
The closest.
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 14, verse 2. It says, For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle, and the city shall be taken, and the houses rifted, and the woman ravished. Verse 2.
Yeah, that's what the elder brother Yahweh is going into, his dream. The vision that he received in his dream. It's prophetic. All right, he mentioned concentration camps. Does not the scriptures talk about the devil casting you into prison? All right, so that's prophetic. All right, that's the times we going into, man. We approaching these times, man.
16.
All right, we're getting closer and closer to the day of Jacob's trouble, man.
16.
Jacob's trouble is on its way. You can keep reading, brother.
Yeah. It says, And half of the city shall go forth into captivity, and the residue of the people shall not be cut off from the city.
Yeah, that's going into martial law. The scriptures say a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able to. All right, why is that? Because they're going to have the highways blocked off. All right, they're going to have your cities, in order to get into different states. All right, you're gonna have to go through a whole process, man. All right, times are gonna change in an instant, man.
And that's and in my dream, Esau came in. In my dream, it was a flood. First, they declared martial law. It was crazy in my dream. First, it was a declaration of martial law in my dream, right? Where police was going throughout the city declaring that if you out at a particular time, you're gonna be detained. But you gotta have your papers and a legitimate reason why you are out on the streets at that particular time, or you're gonna be detained. And after that, it switched to, you know, a flood of water coming in, overtaking a lot of people. And then from there, it switched to me being in a concentration camp or confined and me escaping. And every time I have that dream, I'm always escaping out of that situation. The most I always find a way for me to escape. Most of the time, I'm with another brother, and majority of my dreams is me and Palau together. The brother Palau together. Now, we both escaped together. But this particular time, I didn't see Palau in my dream. It was only me, and I escaped out of that situation that I was in, man. You know? But meanwhile, when I escaped, and I was running through the streets, it was a lot of water, man. That's what that show you. It says Esau will come in like a flood. And that flood is his Gurkha troops, his UN troops, the National Guards, Interpol. That's that flood that it's speaking about that I saw but I seen a flood of water. But it's symbolic to, I took it as when I woke up and I remember the dream, certain part of the dream, that water, that was a flood of the UN troops, some Gurkha troops, the National Guard, Interpol troops coming in, man, to overtake Jake and the rest of the people that's in the 5 brothers, man, to lock them up, to lock them down. Yeah, bro. You got something?
No, I got
I got a precept. This is the book of Revelation chapter 12, verse 12.
And then get that in second Ezra 69. Okay, you got it, bro.
69, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Therefore rejoice,
1669.
Oh, 16.
ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them.
That's all the men that's in the spirit world, man.
Right.
All the people that's in the spirit world, rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell within them, man. Hey, man, you got to look at certain things, man. When a man dies, was he sleeping, going back to sleep with his fathers, man? When a man go back to sleep, and he go into the spirit world, man, that's the most I have mercy on him, man. Because who the hell want to get caught up when Esau started beginning to show his horns? I have had countless dreams of martial law, uprising of the people, and death and destruction, man. So it's going to come, man. It's going to come. It's not just idle dreams, man. Those are visions that I'm receiving, man. I'm a part of the elect, man. I'm a prophet of the Lord. But them dreams are coming and they're heavy, man. Read, bro.
Woe to the inhabitants of the earth.
Woe to the inhabitants of the earth. Talking about Esau, Ishmael, Amalek, Moab, Ammon, Ham, 2/3 you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth, man. Why? Read.
And of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time.
Yeah, and what's that great wrath we coming down with, man? These unjust draconian laws, these Jacob's trouble, which is martial law.
Yeah, New World Order.
Which is the microchipping of the whole public, of the whole world, man. And that's going to come first before any war kicks off, man. And the apostles, starting with the apostles, always tell us, man, when we see all these wars popping off, like about a month, at the beginning of this year, in January, the first thing that popped off was war, skirmishes dealing with Iran, man. So even though brothers was getting hyped, but in the back of your mind, we know that, okay, World War III is not going to commence until it's a mandatory of the Alpha-D microchip in the land of America and throughout the whole world, man. That's when that hour of temptation comes to pass, where everybody be forced to hit the Alpha-D microchip, or they go underground. That's when World War III is going to commence, man. Esau like to call it World War III, but it's a war of Armageddon, man, in the scriptures. The war to end all wars, when Esau would get a foot in his ass, man. A big spiritual foot in his ass. You know? You got more?
Oh,
That was it. So bring that up real quick.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 6.
69.
Or 69? 2nd Ezra 16 and 69. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision.
So about the 2/3, man. The 2/3 you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans that consent unto Esau and accept the offer of the microchip, you're going to be having derision. You're going to save your soul. You're going to save your hide for a season. But what's going to happen is when the Most High put the spirit on Russia to form that assembly of great nations to come up against America and to come up against them gutter rats that call themselves Israelis pursuant to Jeremiah, the 50th chapter, the 9th verse, you're going to be having derision, man.
Slaki, I didn't finish off the last part of this. Slaki. Finishing off Revelation chapter 12, verse 12, it says, "For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time."
And that short time is he know that we're approaching the end of the age of Esau's rulership, man. Because he knows through the scriptures, because Esau has the records, he know. Because it's spoken about in Matthew, the 24th chapter, the 4th verse on down. It's spoken about Esau in 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter, the 9th verse. Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is that which followeth. So Esau knows, man. He knows he have a short time. That's what's going to come down having that great wrath, which is martial law, which they're going to call a state of an emergency, which is going to be Jacob's trouble. Read that again, Baba Kashah, 2nd Ezra 16 and 69.
This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 69. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision.
And they that consent unto them, who is them? Esau. And it's New World Order Enterprise, man. And they is talking about the 2/3 of you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, and it's going to be mainly women and children. A lot of women is going to succumb and consent to Esau's way of his new system, which is going to be a digital currency, because what's going to make that take place is it's going to be a global economic collapse where they're going to usher in a new system. And they're doing it, it's called gradualism. They slowly but surely bringing in that digital system, man, that new system, whereas everything is, right now Amazon got some shit where they, you know what I'm saying, that they,
article right here.
Yeah, bring it up real quick. Hold that, brother, bring it up real quick. And this is how they're going to consent to Esau. So hold that in 2nd Ezra 16 and 69.
Yeah, this article is from the Wall Street Journal, and it says the title is "Cash, Plastic, or Hand? Amazon envisions paying with the wave."
And it says cash, plastic, and we dealing with cash and plastic now. Now we enter to the era of dealing with the hand. And how you dealing with the hand? You know that right there? They got like this right here, bro. Remember this right here?
Yeah.
See the hand? Remember that? It's gonna be yeah. Remember that? You can't see me, or even that. Talk to the hand. Now you're gonna be dealing with the hand. All for the microchip, man, implantation, man, which is gonna be enforced mandatory throughout the 4 corners of the earth, man. Mandatory microchipping, yeah, bro.
That's why they have people using their phones at the subways to enter in to take the train via the Omni, because they're conditioning your minds gradually to get used to pulling out your phone, putting your phone to the device, to read your phone, to take out the money out your phone via your card, so that when they mandate the chip, you won't have a problem just using your hand.
That's called gradualism. They gradually getting you prepared, getting your mind prepared for accepting the offer of the implantable microchip, man. But before that, they have to gradually sneak it in so you can get used to it, man. And now Amazon, soon, in order for you to purchase anything on Amazon or anything, if you're going to the Amazon store, you're going to have to wave, it's going to be the wave of the hand. It said first, it says cash, plastic, now the hand. Read it, bro?
Yeah. It says, tech giants plans terminals to let consumers link credit card information to their hands.
Terminals, when you go to, is that when you go to these certain supermarkets, or you go to Home Depot?
Self-checkout.
Home Depot got nothing but a bunch of self-checkouts, man. They have 2 or 3 actual cash registers there, cashiers there, dealing with the cash register, but the rest of that shit is checkouts, man. So you got three people with dealing with live cashiers, dealing with the cash, live cashiers dealing with people, and then you got the rest, about 6 or 7 self-cash outs, man, dealing with the plastic. But soon, Amazon is doing away with that plastic shit, man. It's not gonna be no more wave of the plastic card, man. It's gonna be the wave of the hand.
I can make a point. This kingdom is going cashless. All right, because over there in Greece, about 30% of people's what they spend money on is used in either credit card or the chip, the microchip being in their hand.
And you know what? The beta test is going on in India as well. I was reading an article last week about how India is going cashless, and they getting their public prepared to go cashless because they doing away with plastic credit cards, man. So what they going to use then? If they're going cashless, they doing away with plastic credit cards. Mm-hmm. What they going to use? You see, it's a beta. So what Esau like to do, right? He like to push his shit in foreign nations, right? And see how the public react in them foreign nations, and they do beta tests. They take down notes and see how the public react, so they know how problem, reaction, solution. They know how to deal with the problem when they bring that very same technology and that very same situation over to the Americas. They know how to deal with it by now because they done studied it, and that's what they do, man. Yeah. It's called gradualism and beta testing. Okay, bro.
Yeah, it says Amazon.com Inc. wants to make your hand your credit card.
And how they gonna make your hand your credit card? By instituting an RFID. It's called Radio Frequency Identification Card in America, or Near Fields Communication, NFC, over in Europe. And they're gonna put that in your right hand on your forehead, man, or on your left hand. And guess what? You're not gonna be able to buy and sell, say if you got that mark, man. And that's gonna be the new system. And those who do not comply with Esau's new system is gonna be put to death, man. And that's prophecy. That's also prophesied in the scriptures, man. You're gonna get put to death, man. So we know, man, we're approaching the time where Esau is gonna start showing his horns. He's gonna stop shaving them horns down. He's gonna let them horns grow. He's gonna let them bitches grow, and he's gonna start doing what he do best, being a devil, man. Yeah, bro.
Mm-hmm. It says the tech giant is creating checkout terminals that could be placed in bricks and mortar stores and allow shoppers to link their card information to their hands, according to people familiar with the matter.
Now the card information, right? They got your bank account on it, right? Yeah. But soon, what they're going to do is, with that offered, the microchip is going to be even degraded because they can have your banking account or your banking information, yeah, your medical information, yep, your credit history.
I have another article too on
Hold
that.
on, real quick. Your credit history.
Yeah.
Everything is going to be linked to that offered microchip, so there's going to be no reason for you to have cash, man. And that's total control, because if you got a bill that you got 3 bills you got to pay, right? But you only got enough to pay 2 bills. So what you do is you want to hold off on this bill here and pay these 2 bills, the 2 major bills. Nah. You can't do that when you dealing with a digital currency. Whatever bill is due, they take it out your account automatically. If you don't got the money for it, bro, that's it, bro. That's your ass, man. You just got to deal, man. You got to deal until you get the money.
Going to default.
You go into default. You go into a risk, man. Yeah. Which is not good, man. Which is going to mess your credit up, man. And then another thing, with people with bad credit, listen, we're going to wipe away, that's the old system. We're going to wipe away that bad debt you had, man. You're going to get a new clean slate. That means you can get a house, you can get 2 cars, you can get anything your heart desires. All you have to do is take this off of the microchip, which is going to be the new system. The old system is done away with. Don't worry about your debt, your student loans, your credit card debt, the car notes you didn't pay off, and you got your car ticket from you, man. Don't worry about that, man. We're going to give you a new car. You want a 2020 or 2021 brand new Mercedes Benz? Take this. You want a brand new house? Go ahead. We got you.
They're going to catch a lot of people with that.
Yeah. And that's going to be the new system. That's going to be the new digital currency, man. Especially if you had a government job. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I'm going to jump back to the other article, but I wanted to bring up just the title. We don't have to go into it. This is from Business Insider. It says tech giants like Apple and Google are competing to make it easier for you to get your health records, and it could be a $38 billion market.
And because what they're doing, man, they're making it easy for you to have access to your records by what? Off of the implantable microchips, man. That new technology, it's not new, it's ready readily available for you schmucks out there, for you dumbasses to take that chip, man. Hold that and
Amazon got their hand in that too. They want to get a hold of your records too.
Exactly. That's why they come up with that. The cash in the card is a thing of the past, man. Now the new wave of the future is waving that hand, man, like a magic wand, man. It's like it, and that's what you're gonna do, man. So you got more in that article? Hold on,
I'm gonna come back to the other one. It says
You got more on that?
yeah, it says
He's gonna make a statement.
tech giant is creating checkout terminals. I think I read that part. I'm gonna just read it again. It says that could be placed in brick and mortar stores.
Take out terminals where you got that's the wave of the hand. You ain't gotta wait. You ain't gotta wait online for a long period of time. You at the airport ready to get a flight. You ain't gotta wait. All you gotta do is wave that hand, man. And if you at a board game trying to get in, you ain't gotta wait online. All you gotta do is just wave that hand, man. And everything is like, quick, fast, and in a hurry. And that makes life convenient for the simple-minded. That makes life convenient for those that's given to pleasure, that has consent to the laws of Esau. Read real quick, then we gonna go back to that.
It says to link their car information to their hands. According to people familiar with the matter, they could then pay for purchases with their palms without having to pull out card or phone.
And that's the offer the microchip technology. You owe $40. Okay, $40. Processing paid. You get your receipt, or the receipt may be on the offer the microchip. All you gotta do is just scan on your computer, because the new computers is all about scanning all that. You're gonna scan your computer and you're gonna see your balance, how much you spent, and everything, man. How much you gave a tip, what kind of tip you gave, whatever you did, man. It's gonna be all on that receipt, man. All in your history, your payment history, man. So that's what Amazon got you schmucks prepared to indulge yourselves into, man. Yeah, we got more?
That was it.
All right, so bring it out and
I got a quick precept to something you said.
yeah, go back to that right there again.
You got Revelation 13.
So bring this out first, then go to that precept. Cause this is going into we going
So
to.
back in Second Ezra,
We from the top.
back in
69.
Second Ezra 1669, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision.
And who was they? And who was them? They, which is the 2/3 that consent to them, which is Esau, and his new order enterprise started with international bankers and a new digital currency system. They're going to be had in derision because they're going to save themselves for a particular time until the Most High put the spirit on these nations to come up against America, and that's going to be what Esau calls World War III, but in the scriptures it's called the War of Armageddon, man. Where all these nations assemble themselves to come up with them a great army to come up against them. Pursuant to Jeremiah 50th chapter, the 9th and the 10th verse, and also Ezekiel 38, and all the rest of these prophetic scriptures. I'm saying Isaiah 34th chapter. Yeah, bro, it's more.
And in reproach and trodden underfoot.
Because once you take that off of the microchip, you're going to be having a reproach, man. You're going to be trodden underfoot because you're going to get put to death. During the time of that situation, where it was during the time of the race wars, during the time of whatever, you're going to get put to death. You're going to be trodden underfoot, man. You're going to be ashes under the soles of the men's feet that make it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bro. And I said you're going to be treaded underfoot. Yeah, you got to be down to 73.
Verse 70. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear Yahweh Bashem Yahushai.
Now that word insurrection goes back to the word of uprising against a monarch or against a government. So that's what you see going on throughout the four corners of the earth right now. Uprisings against the government or that or particular monarch, man. Uprisings, people riding in the streets, starting fires, looting stores, slapping bitches up, raping bitches, robbing different men, killing people, all kind of atrocities being committed. Yeah, bro.
Verse 71. They shall be like madmen, sparing none.
And that's Esau with that flood, when he coming like a great flood, man. Esau, when he declares martial law, he coming like a madman, sparing none. He's going to be doing what he have to do, man. Killing, raping, robbing, pillaging. He's doing that now, but it's going to be on a larger scale during the time of a state of emergency, when they declare martial law. And you know Jake got that rebellious spirit, man. So Jake only understands violence, man. So when that violence come, then Jake is going to call upon the name of, they're going to think about the prophets that they scoffed and scorned, and they're going to try to call upon the name of the Lord, but they're going to understand his name. They're going to be trying to get his name, and those that do know the name, the Most High is going to be saying, depart from me, man. I don't know you. Don't call upon me, man. I don't know you. When you had time to learn of me, you didn't, take the time to learn of me. So now, again, man, go. Now you suffering, you want to call upon my name, but not in sincerity and truth, but because you're going through bullshit. You're going through your trial and tribulation. Go ahead, get out of here. Bye. Suffer. You're going to be having derision. Yeah, bro.
But still spoiling and destroying those that fear Yahweh Bashim Yahushai.
But still destroying and spoiling those that fear Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Who is that? Let's talk about the 1/3, the elect, man. Because, the only people that's out there that fear the Most High and truth and sincerity are the Hebrew Israelites, man. And you got to separate the camps, man. Because you got some camps that's out there for their own glory, for their own vain glory. Then you got some out there because you got the deceived and the deceiver, and then you got the true men of the Lord. That's like in the ancient world. You got the true prophets of the Lord, then you have the deceivers, man.
And
then you got the deceived.
It's like the scriptures go into how the false apostles,
You had the false prophets during the time of Jeremiah. You had Hananiah. That was a false prophet. So there was always a false prophet to try to counter what the true prophet of the Lord was speaking and trying to bring the men. But only the men of the Lord, the true men of the Lord, the 1/3 is going to hear the prophet's voice, because the prophet is speaking the words of Yahweh Shai, and Yahweh Shai said, my sheep hear my voice. Yeah, bro.
Verse 72. For they shall waste and take away their goods.
And how they gonna waste and take away your goods, man? 3 o'clock in the morning, them girl troops coming in like a flood, man, kicking your door in while you in your pajamas. Your woman she's sleeping butt naked. They're coming and kicking your door in, waking you up the door. Your little chihuahua, if you got a chihuahua, or most Jake got pits, they're gonna shoot your pit. Or and most Hispanics got them little small poodle chihuahuas. Pow! Shoot the little chihuahua from barking. Shut up, nigga. You know what I mean? Go in there. You like, what the hell is going on? You in your box, your woman is butt naked. You probably butt naked. Slap you up, slap your woman up, rip your woman right in front of you. Probably rape you, man. Yeah. Because Esau is a freak like that. Probably rape you and shit in front of your wife. Your wife look at you while you getting raped. You know what I mean? Then they caught you both off to concentration camps, man. You in one van, butt naked, head first, boom. She in one van, butt naked, head first, boom. Your children in another van, head first, fucking with pajamas on, boom. You're caught off to different concentration camps, man. They be treated like cattle. They be microchipped and separated and handled the way Esau want to handle you, man. Go ahead, bro.
And if I could add too, that's what they did with a lot of the slaves when they was taking them, man. They was separating all the families, the husband, the wife, and the kids. Back in 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 72. For they shall waste and take away their goods.
How they gonna waste and take away your goods, man? They gonna kick your door in, take all your shit you got saved up, and distribute accordingly to the public that need. And they're gonna cash you out of your house, man, and put you into a concentration camp, man.
And cast them out of their houses. Verse 73. Then shall they be known who are my chosen.
Then it's going to be known who are the Most High's true chosen men that he set out there to teach this word and to push this word and to gather the elect, man. Because now there's no more faking the funk, man. There's no more putting on a garment and going out there for your own vain glory. There's no more putting on a garment and going out there for filthy lucre's sake, man, which is money. There's no more of that, man. Now it's going to be known who the true men of the Most High, because there's going to be deliverance. It's going to be death, destruction, and deliverance, man, during that time, man. And only the elect, that's right, the triple D's, baby. and only the elect is going to be delivered at that time, man.
Lisa?
Yeah.
Khan, this is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 13. Therefore, their goods shall become a booty, and their houses a desolation.
That's right. Their goods going to become a booty. A booty is spoils of war, man. The booty, man. Let's get that booty. It's not talking about actual booty. That comes along with it, but it's talking about the riches of that particular person or that particular nation, man. There has to be, it's become booty. What up? Read it again, Baba Kashan.
Khan, this is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 13.
You see, when people hear this right here, booty, they're thinking about a woman's booty. Because they have no clue what's going on, man. They have no knowledge, man. They're just fucking dumb schmucks.
That's in the Bible?
You know? Talking about booty. It's not talking about actual woman's booty. That comes along with it. That's part of spoils of war. But it's talking about actual riches, actual spoils, goods, man, that can be taken from you. Read.
Khan, this is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 13. Therefore, their goods shall become a booty, and their houses a desolation.
Therefore, their goods shall become a booty, shall become a spoil, to be divvied up between who Esau would have divvied up to, man. Therefore, their goods, their household, what's in their household, their medical supplies, and whatever they have stashed up for that preparation of that doomsday prepper, all their goods is going to become booty, which is a spoil, which is divvied up between whoever the Esau want to divvy it up to, man. So it's not an actual woman's booty. Even though the spoils of war have something to do with women being a part of spoils of war, but it's not talking about an actual woman's booty here, man. It's talking about the goods of the people, man. Okay?
Khan, they shall also build houses, but not inhabit them.
And that happened, man, during the time of slavery. We built a whole lot of houses. We built palaces. We built, and it's happening to this day, man. You got Issachar out there building these, and you got Jake out there on construction building these condos and these high rises, these penthouses. Guess what, man? And then when it's built and everything, and then they done built the shit and they walking through it, they say this shit is plush, man. This shit is real, man. This shit is nice right here, man. But they can't even. They ask the asking price on this shit, $4 or $5.3 million. What? Shit, man. This shit is real, bro. Pearl, fucking. Instead of porcelain, you got pearl sinks with gold fucking knobs and shit.
Marble floors and shit.
Imported from New Zealand or wherever the fuck is imported from. Jake ain't living in that shit, man. Jake living in a porcelain field, with what you call that again? Rust pipes, you know.
Roaches and rats.
Roaches and rats. Some of them have roaches and rats, but you know, rust pipes, leaky ceilings, projects,
thin ass walls.
Where you can hear thin ass wall, like the brother said, where you can hear the next couple having sex in a room. You trying to cover your ears, or you turn your TV up because you don't want to hear her moaning and groaning. Crazy shit, man. So Jake ain't dwelling in them houses, man.
Khan, and they shall plant vineyards, but not drink the wine thereof.
Who own all the vineyards out there, man? And when Jake is out there in them out in the heat, plucking them grapes off them vineyards, they doing it, but they're not enjoying the wine, the exotic wine from them exotic grapes that they drinking. I mean that they picking and they stomping and getting the juice out of it. They're not enjoying them exotic grapes, man. Who's enjoying them exotic grapes? Because they can't afford the exotic wine that come forth from them exotic grapes, man. They can't afford it. Here it is, you got a small bottle of wine, $80. You're like, what? $80? Shit. A bottle of wine, a small bottle of wine, or 7.4 meter wine, $150. You're like, what? Shit. Right on, bro.
This is captivity, man.
This is Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 11 and 12. Then shalt thou say unto them, it's like verse 10, and it shall come to pass, when thou shalt shew this people all these words, and they shall say unto thee, wherefore had the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, pronounced all this great evil against us? Or what is our iniquity? Or what is our sin that we have committed against Yahweh, our power?
Because you transgress the laws, statutes, and commandments, man. And transgressing the laws is sin, man. You sinned in the eyes of the Most High, and that's why, and our forefathers did that. And that's why because we ourselves, our forefathers coming back in the reincarnation through the third and the fourth generation, and that's why we suffering, man. For what our forefathers did, for what we did, man, in the past, in our past lives, man. So we suffering. We are yet this day in our captivity. Get that?
I got it.
Got it?
Con.
That's the spirit, man.
This is the book
Hold
of
that real quick.
Con. This is the book of Baruch, chapter 3, verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity.
Hey, are not the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans still held captive in the land of America? This is the place where we were sentenced. We were sent as a punishment. Our sentence was captivity and hardcore slavery in the land, in the new world, which was called America, man. First it was called the colonies, and then it transformed into the Americas, man. This is the land of our captivity, man. We are yet this day here, man. We have not been let go. We are yet in our captivity, man. And the only person that's going to redeem us from out of our captivity is Yahweh Shah, man. And that's what we patiently waiting for, man. And the word patience means to suffer. We are suffering and waiting for Yahweh, the Yahweh Shah, to come back to deliver us, man. Read.
Con, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payment.
Are not we under curses? Are not we subject unto payments? Are not we used as a byword, nigger, spit, wetback, Indian, squaw? Are not we? Those are bywords. Read it again, real quick.
Con, this is the book of Baruch, chapter 3, verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity,
Which is the land of America.
where thou hast scattered us.
Where the Most High scattered us during the time of 70 AD. We went to the shores of West Africa. And then here we are right now, man. Being brought over here due to transatlantic slave trade. And now we in our captivity over here in the land of America, man.
I appreciate it.
Let me finish this out real quick.
Con, for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payment.
That reproach is our women having rule over us. Our women, being against us. First hired, last hired, first fired. I mean, a bunch of other stuff, man. Curses we under. Bywords, being called all kind of names, nigga, wetback, Tonto,
Evil
squaw, yeah.
Con, according to all the iniquities of our fathers.
According to all the iniquities or the sins of our fathers, man. And we are our forefathers coming back, and that's why we are suffering, man. Because we are our forefathers, man, in the reincarnation coming back, man. Through the third and the fourth generation. How you like that, man? If you can receive it. So next time you want to know why you was the first one fired on your job, or if you can't get ahead, because every time you get you take one step forward, you get knocked 2 steps backwards, man. That's them curses, man. This is a land of our captivity. This is not a land for us to be prosperous, man. And the only way a gent is going to be prosperous for a season, and if he sell his soul, which is not really his, but we sell out to Satan, the so-called white man, and worship the spiritual demons that Esau worshiped for fame, fortune, and wealth, man. And then guess what? Afterwards, when so-called white men have no use for you no more, he casts you off. And the curse is still clinging on to you. Now you become broke. Now you, look at Maya.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Look at Maya, 40 years old, living in all that music she done, ghetto stupid, all that music she done put out there, all the millions she made. Now she living in a goddamn studio apartment with no furniture, man. Like a hermit. It's not funny because she's a very attractive, beautiful woman, and shit, Lord knows what I would do to her, but it's sad. I'm not gonna get into that. Lord knows what I would do with her, you know what I mean? And she was my woman. But guess what? She got used and abused by Esau. She sold her soul. for whatever contract she had, and now they have no use for her no more. You got other artists out there like Taylor Swift and Nicki Minaj that got a fatter ass than her and is willing to go crazy. You got another one, what's her name again? Cardi B, that's willing to go 10 steps further than what she went, man.
Silicone ass.
So now they doing stuff that you wouldn't even heard of, man. You like, shit, I ain't doing that shit. I was wild, I was wild. Them bitches is crazy. You know what I mean? But now they have no use for you. They got new bitches now. Yeah. New imps. So now you in the background, living in the studio, in a hovel. Yeah, bro. Anybody got something else? Yeah.
This goes with Baruch 3 and 8. This is Jeremiah 8 and 20. The harvest is past, the summer is ended, and we are not saved. All right, and the harvest season is around the time of late September, early October. All right, and it said the summer is ended, and we are not saved. So, like the brother read in Baruch the 3rd chapter, we are yet this day in our captivity, because going back to Deuteronomy 20th chapter, it tells you that no man shall buy thee. All right, no man shall buy thee. And when you look up that word buy, all right, it goes into the word meaning redeem or deliver. All right, so we can't be delivered by any man. All right, the only person that can deliver us is the ultimate deliverer himself, which is a nomen for Yahweh Shai.
Which is he is the deliverer.
Yeah.
That's right. You go back to that real quick.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 3, verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments, according to all iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our power.
Yeah, we departed from the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments. That's why we're in the situation we're in today, man. That's why we stuck in the land of America, being subject unto payments, paying rent for living in a squally ass apartment, or whatever you living in a room, being subject unto payments, man, living from check to check, paycheck to paycheck, your women bucking up against you, If she bucking up against you and she's dealing with other men behind your back while you busting your ass and shit. Yeah. So that's a part of the curses, man.
Quick precept.
Yeah, bro.
This is Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 12. And ye have done worse than your fathers.
And we have done worse than our fathers, man. And that's why we are here to this day in our captivity. Pursuant to Baruch chapter 3, verse 8, man, we fucked up, man. Those that's a part of the 2/3. Hey, before we came into this truth, man, we were just at the 2/3, man. Indulging in all kind of wickedness. We had our dreams, hopes, and plans for the future, what we was gonna do. I myself, I was into baseball, man. This brother, what he was doing. And each brother have a testimony of what they wanted to do before they came into this truth, man.
We're all Gentiles.
Our lot was to be in this truth, man. Not to be a baseball player or to be a pianist or whatever your dreams was, man. A rapper, an actor, whatever you're, an architect, man, making more kind of money, man. Our lot fell apart doing this work, man. We was caught in the stain of ours, man.
That's why the scripture right here, Proverbs 20 and 24, man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way?
Hey, man, it was us that came up in it. The Most High guided our foots to come across this truth, man. Where it was a video, or where was out there live, while walking by and watching the apostles speak, and you stood there. In my case, when I came in, it wasn't no internet, it wasn't no YouTube, man. YouTube wasn't even
a thing.
A thing, man. YouTube came about, like in 2004, 2005, in its early stages. So when I came in this thing, when I had to walk past the apostles and see them out there in the streets, man. Why? It wasn't my way of going. It's what the Most High wanted me to do. Yeah, bro.
That was it.
How can a man understand his own way, man? That's what you gotta say, Lord willing, man. Because the Most High, while you sleeping, the Most High sit up your instructions in your ear, man, while you sleeping, man. So you thinking you're gonna do one thing the next day, man. You told him to turn around and do the total opposite. You like, damn, I was planning on doing this, but I did this. Why? Because the Most High didn't want you to do that. He wanted you to do what you did, man. Because your goals is not of yourself, man. It's of the Most High. Yeah, bro.
It says, For behold, he walk everyone after the imagination of his evil heart.
Every man walk up after the imagination of the evil heart, man, which is their mind, man. The heart is the mind. Every man is walking after their own wicked imagination. Yeah, I'm gonna go, damn, that bitch got a fat ass, man. Shit. Damn, but she got some dude that she be fucking with, man. But while he not around, I'm gonna go over there and creep up on her from behind, you know, and see what I could do, you know what I mean? You know, while he not around and try to get her number. Damn, I got her number now. Now, damn. Only this nigga wasn't even around. Some men even go to the extreme of trying to do away with the woman's man just so he could have her. So again, we'll read it again.
It says that they may not hearken unto me.
Read it from the top again, Baba Kashan.
Con. Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 12. And ye have done worse than your fathers, for behold, ye walk everyone after the imagination of his evil heart.
Committing adultery, being outright blatant homosexuals. It was a video out there earlier, right? Talking about Nick Cannon blowing that man off.
No, that was Orlando Brown.
And this dude, looking like him, and this dude is proud. He like, yo, I liked it too.
They got demons out here, man.
Yo, the dude, yeah, that's showing you, man, that we in a perverse, wicked ass society, man. This dude is out there on live social media bragging that Nick Cannon gave him some head, gave him some fellatio. But guess what? You a homosexual too, my man. But he not looking at it like that, man. He looking at it as, yo, Nick Cannon's the homo. He not the homo. That's how he's looking at it. But guess what? That's that fucking demonic way of thinking, man.
Can I add to that? You had this nigga Lil Boozy. He talking about how he want to eat pork and he gonna eat whatever he want. He don't give a damn what the Most High said. And he stuck his middle finger.
That's a rapper?
Yeah, Lil Boozy. You know Lil Boozy. He made a statement saying, "Oh, I eat whatever I want. I don't care what the Most High say. I eat pork."
Shoot. That's what he was saying,
and
bro.
he stuck his middle finger up.
Who, you blocking somebody? Oh, you going to somebody's channel?
Yeah. Then he stuck his middle finger up. You know,
And
mocking the Most High.
He ain't mocking him. He mocking himself, man. A lot of them people that be making comments, bro, they don't have nothing on their channel, bro. So you wasting your time, bro. Let's block that crackpot, man.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Have a nice life. Hope you die. You know?
Precept?
Yeah, you got more?
That was it.
Yeah, you can't pay mind to these crackpots, man.
It says finishing off, it says, for behold, ye walk every one after the imagination of his evil heart.
And that's prime example. This dude putting on social media that another man gave him fellatio. And he's saying he liked it, and he's laughing about it and mocking that man. But guess what? Any man in their right state of mind is mocking both of you, because you're both homosexuals. So you ain't exposing, you ain't not only exposing this man, you exposing yourself for being a homosexual, man. And you both gonna get put to death, man. And your blood is upon your own head, man. Whatever your name is, man. What's his name again?
Orlando Brown.
Orlando Brown. Who is he?
He was for the Disney Channel actor. He was famous for That's So Raven. That was like my generation. That was like my generation.
Hey man, so I didn't even know who he was. I'm looking at him, right? And he was getting me mad when he was looking and his oval. I was like, yo, I had to snap this dude fucking neck in half, man. But you know what though? Everything is under the Most High, man. And all these niggas, and you yourself, boy, you let that dude give you some fellatio. What you do to get on that fucking TV show? To be famous, man. Them white boys, them old white men had their way with you, man. You got touched in your butt, man. So don't tell me you didn't, man. Cause you would never let no other man suck you off, man. You didn't, man. Fucking bitch ass nigga.
It says that they may not hearken unto me.
And that's why to this very day we in the land of our captivity. We not hearkening unto the Lord's sexual commandments of the Most High, but only the elect has, man. but certain crackpots and certain vile demonic entities like that dude, what's his name again? Orlando Brown. And if this dude, Nick Cannon, really did that to Orlando Brown, you ain't nothing but a demonic entity yourself, man. So Orlando Brown, I pose this question. You trying to expose this dude for being a homosexual and for giving you fellatio, but what did you do? You probably got molested as a little boy. You was a child actor.
Yeah, he was a child actor.
So them old Amalekites went up in your butt, man. Yeah, bro.
This because
So I don't want to hear none of that shit you talking, nigga. Because you was a real man, you would have slapped the shit out that nigga and said, get the fuck away from me. But you ain't a real man. Because you already sold your body and your soul to them international beggars, man, them fucking old-ass crackers, so you could be on TV.
Yeah, even if he didn't do that, why would you say something like that?
But he did it, bro. Cause I ain't gonna tell you, I ain't gonna listen. Let me tell you something. I'm a real man. I'm not gonna be telling. I'm not gonna get on social media and say that and lie and say another man gave me fellatio. That's making me look like that's bugged out, bro. Yo, that's fucking sick, man. Come on, bro. I'm getting mad, bro. Come on, bro.
Because earlier the elder was mentioning about one of the reasons why
Sick
we
motherfuckers.
going through the curses, and this is one of them. This is 1 Samuel 8:7. And Yahweh said unto Samuel, hearken unto the voice of the people in all that they say unto thee. For they have not rejected thee, but have rejected me.
And so, just like how during the time of Moses, way before Samuel, the people rejected Moses. They didn't reject Moses, they rejected the Most High. And the very same, you fast forward to this day and age we living in now, the same way they rejected Moses and rejected Samuel and called on a physical king, and that king they called on was Saul. The very same time in this day and age, these people out here, mainly the 2/3 Salakia, that's rejecting the prophets. You're not rejecting us, man. If we be the prophets, you rejecting the words of the Most High. Because we are ambassadors of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, and these are not our words. These are the words of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. And I tell you that the Lord Yahweh Shah is written in the volume of the book. It's written of him. So these are his words, man. So you're not rejecting us, you're rejecting the Most High, man. And that's why you're going to pay. The same shall know it after death by pain, man. You understand what the scriptures is saying, man. Huh? Yeah, bro.
It says that I should not reign over them. Verse 8. According to all the works which they have done since the day that I brought them up out of Egypt.
From the dinner time of Moses up until now, man. The 2/3 you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans are still indulging yourself into wickedness, man. Because throughout the ages, man. See, it was a period of time when the Most High sealed the book where there was no prophecies, no visions, and nothing coming out, man. So during the time of the Dark Ages, you had no prophets out there prophesying, man. Why? Because the books were sealed, man. But the seal has been loosed, and now the prophecies are coming out, man. In order the elect, starting with the apostles, could break these prophecies down, man, and to break this truth down, man. So these crackpot pastors, these crackpot evangelical, I'm saying, evangelical, whatever you call them, I'm saying, like T.D. Jakes, Joel Osteen, Creflo Dollar, Martin Lucifer King, Reverend Al Sharpton. I never heard Reverend Al Sharpton bring out not one scripture, man, since I've been born, man.
That's boneheaded Negro.
And he's calling him, he got the title Reverend. The Reverend Al Sharpton. Listen, I'm going to pose this question. If you niggas out there are sincere, and you niggettes are sincere, you're going to say, where have you ever heard Reverend Al Sharpton bring out a scripture? I want to know. From the days of Tawana Brawley up until now, man. I want to know, man. I want to know. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, that's true. I never heard him bring out scripture.
I never heard him bring out scripture.
I always see that nigga pop up on the news where some
Talking shit.
controversial shit happened.
Yeah.
Like where a Jake gets shot by a damn cracker or something.
Talking shit. And he's only there to appease the crowd, man. Because he's an insider. So go out there and appease them Jakes, man. Go out there and appease them niggas, man. Soften them niggas up, man. Let them know non-violence, non-violence, non-violence. No matter what kind of violence come upon them, man. Teach them that, man.
House nigga, that's what he is.
So he's there to quell the violence, man. To be the pacifier, man. Since when you ever heard, what's his name again? This other dude, man. And then they call the dude Dr. Martin Luther King. Who the fuck he ever healed, man? How the fuck you get that title, Doctor in wickedness, man? Dr. Martin Luther King. Who the fuck he ever healed, man? How was he a physician, man? How did he get that title, doctor, man? These are the things you gotta ask yourselves, man. Me growing up, yo, doctor, he's a doctor? He got some kind of degree as being a doctor? He got a PhD in what? A PhD in wickedness. Dr. Martin Luther King. Who the fuck he ever healed, man? Reverend Al Sharpton. Who the to this day, man, I pose this question and I challenge you. Show me any video with Reverend Al Sharpton bringing out scriptures, man. Then you got this other crackpot, man. What's his name again? Reverend Jesse Jackass Jackson. When did he ever brought out any scriptures, man? So they get these titles.
Oh boy.
And they don't bring out any scriptures. You got anything?
I got a precept. Oh, you saw one?
Yeah, it's a good one. It says, I brought them up out of Egypt, even unto this day, wherewith they have forsaken me and served other gods.
And that's what happened. That's exactly what happened, man. Jake, the 2/3 you Negroes and Spanish Native Americans, you're into Brujeria, Santeria, you're into
Voodoo.
You're into voodoo, you're into plantation Christianity, Renaissance Christianity, you're into Islam, you're into Kemet, you're into Buddha, you're into what?
Obia.
Obia, whatever the fuck, what's Obia?
It's just another term for like voodoo.
That's what them Benjamites say, the West
Yeah.
Indians.
You're into all kind of shit except serving the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, man. Yeah, bro, there's more?
No.
Kind of like
Yeah.
that. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 23. Chapter
Obia.
23, verse.
Yo, shit. Hey, man, when it's all said and done, Obia, it just sound funny, man, Obia. Like, what the, I mean, I'm sitting there contemplating myself like, damn, Obia, I never heard of that before. But guess what, man? Yo, that's some West Indian, I'm never gonna say Benjamin, that's some West Indian shit that they don't learn from them Hamites, man.
God.
I got a precept.
Let them finish this, what I'm saying, then you bring out your precept.
This is the book of Jeremiah,
Damn.
chapter 23, verse 26. How long shall this be in the heart of the prophets that prophesy lies? Yea, they are prophets of deceit of their own heart.
Hey, that's some of these false prophets like Dr. Martin Luther King. I never even heard of him being any kind of, if you got the title doctor, that means you're a physician. So now, if you a doctor in wickedness, whatever. But I never seen you in no kind of fucking hospital curing nobody. I never seen Reverend Al Sharpton out there speaking, pushing any kind of scriptures. I never seen the Reverend Jesse Jackass Jackson teaching any scriptures. That's going to them. Also T.D. Jakes, Creflo Dollar, and Pastor Porkchop, and any other. Then you gotta go into Israel. The minute that Israel have sold out and teaching wayward doctrines, man. Those are the pastors that's not feeding the sheep properly, man. Giving the sheep GMO foods, man, to eat, man. Yeah, bro.
Con, I could jump back up even to
Go down a little more. Okay.
Okay, gone. Verse 27. Which think to cause my people to forget my name.
Because that's what they doing, man. When they teach that other Jesus, the other white meat, teaching Cesare Borgia, teaching plantation Christianity, Renaissance Christianity, they teaching the people, which is the Lord's people, which is the Negroes and Spanish Native Americans, the 2/3 to go off, man, and worship other deities, to forget the Most High's name. And they're not pushing Yahweh, why Yahweh Shah, they pushing Jesus Christ and God, man, or Allah, or Kemet, or whatever kind of deity they pushing, or Buddha.
Islam.
Yeah, bro.
Which think to cause my people to forget my name.
And that's exactly what you're doing, man. When you teaching other doctrines, man, you teaching the sons of Israel to go off and forget the Most High's name. And that's why the Most High got a big spiritual foot to put in you people's asses, man. And that's why we're in the situation we're in today, man, because we have went off, man. Because our so-called leaders and our so-called teachers and our so-called pastors and the prophets that was prophesizing lies caused the people to go off, man. Yeah, bro.
Con, by their dreams, which they tell every man to his neighbor.
And what's the famous dream that this crackpot, the doctor of wickednomics, the Dr. Martin Lucifer King, the doctor of wickednomics, what he was teaching, non-violence going off. Meanwhile, he was the biggest hypocrite. He was a homosexual. He was having adulterous relationship with different women.
Yeah, he was trying to rub elbows with the Rothschild.
He was. And all them speeches was written by Jacob Rothschild, man. So now what? And then a month before he got put to death, right? Some nigga woman almost put him to death. She stabbed him up.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Jigged him. Come here, bitch ass nigga. Why? He was cheating on her. She found out. So she stabbed him up, trying to put him to death, man. He was in the hospital.
Oh Lord.
Non-violent. Bitch, the hell wrong with you, bitch, non-violent. She was like, I'm gonna teach you non-violence, motherfucker. Come here. Jigging him up. Then after that, she was like, did I go too far? After she jigged him up, she was like, did I go too far, doctor? Huh? Can't, bro. Let him bring this up real quick. God damn, man.
This is Jeremiah 7:29. It says, cut off thine hair, O Jerusalem, which represents mourning. All right, because when Israel would shave their head, that was a sign of mourning.
Yeah, break it down, bro.
It says, and cast it away, take up a lamentation on high places, for the Lord hath rejected and forsaken the generation of his wrath. Yeah, and that's 2/3 of the nation of Israel, man. Them sons of Belial. All right, because there's a generation, like it says right here, there's a generation of his wrath. All right, and that's that same wicked generation of them 2/3 of the nation of Israel that come back in the reincarnation, man, and they keep doing the same thing that they were doing in their past lives, man. Disrespecting the Most High, forsaking his ways. All right, we mentioned some of the things that our people was doing earlier. All right, some of these wicked celebrities, man. We mentioned Lil Boozy, how he was talking about he'll eat whatever he want to eat, whether it's pork.
And he had a piece of bacon in his hand when he chewed it like. You didn't see that shit?
Yeah, I seen that.
He had a piece of bacon in his hand, man.
Yeah.
Crispy fried bacon. That's how you gonna look, motherfucker, when them missiles hit you. Crispy and fried, motherfucker. Fricassee. And he threw that shit in his mouth and started chewing like a good motherfucking nigga.
Yeah, that's that same generation that was in the wilderness. All right, murmuring and bucking up against the Most High and his servant Moses. So in this time, the Most High ain't gonna save all Israel in this time, man. The Most High is gonna do away with 2/3 of the nation of Israel, man. All right, he's only gonna save the elect.
That's right.
I have a precept.
Yeah, break it up, bro. You can't break it up, bro.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 16. As for the children of adulterers, they shall not come to their perfection.
Yeah, that's 2/3 of the nation of Israel. All right, they're into all different manners of wickedness, man. Children of adulterers, man. Spiritual adultery, worshiping these idols into these different philosophies, and physical adultery, man. Guys that love to sleep with other men's women. Women that are betrothed or women that are married, man. They love doing that. All right, they glorify it in they rap videos and they R&B music. All right, that's what they love to do, man. They love sleeping with other men's wives, man. All right, go ahead.
And the seed of an unrighteous bed shall be rooted out.
Yeah, and ultimately that's what's gonna happen in these days, man.
Well, can I say something real quick? How about going instead of adultery? To the 2/3 you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans that go out there committing adultery with another man's wife, if a Jake be like, nah, I ain't with that, they look at you like, you not right, man. They're like, what? They looking at you like, you not right, man.
Yeah.
Because on my job, right, I'm not going to get personal, but on my job, it's this dude that I know, right? And his wife work on the same job, but only that about it, I'm not going to say it's his wife, it's his woman. She work at night, and he work in the daytime, you know? So now, matter of fact, he work at night, she work in the daytime, so I be seeing her, and the dude that know them both, right? Because they both used to work at night, but she switched to the daytime, so just miraculously, somebody know he got the daytime shift too. So now, I be seeing him flirting. He be all up on her and shit, you know what I'm saying? And grinding up on her. They be talking and everything. But meanwhile, I know that she got a man.
Right.
I know her boyfriend. So does the dude that's up on her know her boyfriend. And she knows she got a man. So they willingly committing adultery, right? So let me that's so. This is what I said to the dude. He was like, he came to me and he asked me for my opinion. I was like, yo, bro, dude, don't ask me for my opinion. You're not gonna like my answer. He said, what do you mean? I said, I don't like to share body fluids, brother. He said, what you mean by that? I said, listen, let me tell you the secret, bro, right here. She got a man, right? Yeah. So what? What that got to do with me? I said, it has a lot to do with you, bro. I said, it have a lot to do with you, bro. I'm gonna explain why I have a lot to do with you. I said, let me ask you a question. When you kiss her, you don't know what she's doing, man, because she could have given her man fellatio early in the morning, didn't brush her teeth, even if she did, bro. She put that man's genitals in her mouth. He probably done came all up on her shit. She drunk it. She didn't brush her teeth. She came to see you, and she gave you a kiss in your mouth. He looked at me like, see, you said, damn? He looked at me like, I said, yeah, bro, yeah. In the same way, she doing to you, giving you head, and you coming in her mouth, she go back and kiss her man. See what you're doing? You're sharing body fluids, bro. So how do you like how he tastes? How do you taste, brother? That dude was like, what? You see what, yo, you know what, man? I'm gonna walk away from you because right now, man, you're getting me tight, man. And I said, listen, I'm not getting you tight. What I'm telling you is getting you tight, because what I'm telling you is cutting you. It's truth, bro. You sharing body fluids, bro. I ain't with that shit, man. So I'm not with looking at another man's wife, because that's his property, man. I'm not with trying to get with another man's wife, because that's his property. What he do with his wife behind closed doors, I just gave you an example. What do you do with your wife? Do she give you head? Of course. So you don't think she's giving him head? And coming and kissing you in your mouth?
Or what about if she doing that to you, how many other niggas she doing that to?
So I told him, I said, yo, listen, even if she's not doing that, I said, and she's dealing with this dude and dealing with this dude. She's giving you head and giving him head, and she kissing both of you. So you both of you know how each other's taste. How real is that, nigga?
Yeah, can I read that scripture? That was Bar posted.
Yeah, that's a good one.
What he said?
This is the book of Job, chapter 13, verse 4. But ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value.
And that's Esau, bitch ass, man.
Right.
Esau is the biggest forger of lies, man, and a physician of no value, man, because he's worthless, man. And know that he is putting forth, man. You want to comment on that, bro?
Yeah, and he also posted the definition, the true definition of the word doctor, which means doctor. Change the content or appearance of a document or picture in order to deceive, falsify.
Yeah, so Martin Luther King was a doctor. He was a damn false prophet.
I said he's a doctor in wickedness. I said that. He's a doctor in wickedness. Didn't I say that?
Yeah.
He's a doctor in wickedness.
And can I add on to that too? Now, when you go a little bit more deeper into the word doctor, when you bring the word up, the word doctor also means to take before, because doc goes back to the word DEC, dec, which means to take, and the ERE means before in time. So when you put the two words together, it also means to take before in time, and to do what? Falsify. They change up information. They falsify facts. That's why the Lord called them forgers of lies, physicians of no value, because all these devils do is lie.
So you know what? So
me
real quick, me having that day off yesterday for the falsifier Lucifer King's birthday. Yeah, I laid back, man, got paid for that shit, man, and was like this, you know? Put a video up, you know? And that was that. I got paid for it, and I was like, hey, you know what? I got a free day off, but pay. Thanks to this coon. You know what I mean? So they say, his birthday, I don't celebrate it, but guess what? Every time it's Martin Luther King's birthday, I got like this. I know I got a day off.
And I believe Martin, that wasn't his real name.
No, that was some cracker back in the 1500s.
Martin
Luther, man.
Yeah.
Some Edomite there. His real name was Michael some shit. His father, they was fucking, how can I say it?
I forgot.
They was, fuck that, man. Damn, what you call them? What you call them? No, they were,
Catholic.
no.
Because his father was a priest. So
What you call, he was probably a priest though, but, they was, what you call, imposters, man, you know,
Imposters,
fucking, phonies, man. They was just out there using the Lord's word to gain a buck, man.
There were doctors falsified.
Falsifying the Lord's word to gain a buck, to deceive the simple-minded, man. To deceive many of them ape-looking women that was in his congregation, man.
And these dumb niggas, they go hard to defend Martin Luther King's honor, but when you ask them what did Martin Luther King do for so-called black people,
He marched.
yeah,
That's what they say. He marched. But what did he didn't march shit. He let a lot of women and children
That hose down.
they get hosed down and get the shit beat out of them. He was nowhere to be found, nigga. Look at the history, and then you try to bring it out. Yo, Jake is gone, bro. That's why I don't give a fuck about Jake, man. Listen, I try to stay far away from these niggas as I possibly can, man. On my job, bro, I'm like a hermit. I don't speak to them niggas, man. I only speak when spoken to, bro. If it garden work, I would speak to them. Other than that, man, I don't speak to them niggas, man. Them niggas don't know me, man.
Right.
I don't speak to them niggas on my job, man. I'm like alone. Them niggas, I work by myself and all. Them niggas don't know me, man.
Yeah.
They think I'm bugged out, man, because I'm always by myself.
Yeah, there's more here.
Yeah, bro.
Because verse 17, it says, "For though they live long, yet shall they be nothing regarded."
yeah, because scriptures say because sentence against evil work is not executed speedily. All right, the heart of the sons of men is fully setting them to do evil. All right, because they might not get punished right away. All right, they think that what they're doing, there is nothing wrong with what they're doing. But little do they know that the Most High is building up a case on them, man, and the Most High ultimately, and this time, is preserving them for the day of the Lord, man.
For the damn wrath.
Yeah, the day of wrath, where the Most High is gonna have them burn up in the nuclear fire, man. All right, scriptures talk about the day that shall come that shall burn as an oven, man.
That's right.
The Lord says He's gonna melt 2/3 of His own people, man.
It says, "And their last age shall be without honor."
Yeah, that's the times we're in now. All right, when you read because the scriptures go into reincarnation. All right, when you read 2nd Ezra, the 14th chapter, it goes into that, man. After death shall the judgment come.
Well, I got something real quick. You finish that right here, bro. You want to bring it? You bring it out, bro.
Yeah.
Bring it out, bro. You brought it up. When you finish, bro.
Yeah, because when you read 2nd Ezra, the 14th chapter, it tells you after death shall the judgment come, and then the souls of the wicked, they're gonna receive that like I said, the final judgment, man, at the latter end.
Yeah.
Which is that nuclear destruction, man.
That's right. Constantly the fire, man.
It says, "Or if they die quickly, they have no hope, neither comfort in the day of trial. For horrible is the end of the unrighteous generation."
Yeah, or if they die quickly, man.
And that's a mercy killer. You die quickly. You go back to the spirit world. And guess what? You're not in the spirit world. Now when you come back, now you know you're an Israelite, you're in the spirit world. The same shall know after death by pain. So however you died, now you in the spirit world. Now you know you're an Israelite. And when you come back, you're going to be in your right state of mind. You're going to be an Israelite. You're going to be in the kingdom. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wanted to make a point, a word that stuck out to me, 2 words that stuck out to me in the last 2 verses is comfort and horrible. Because the Lord is saying here that 2/3 of the nation of Israel, they will not have comfort nor find comfort in the day of trial.
Now that comfort is what?
The scriptures.
So they ain't going to find comfort in the scriptures, man. Because they don't know the scriptures. You want to get something together, you can break it down.
Because the scripture says, "Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times."
That's right.
The strength of salvation, the fear of the Lord is his treasure. So 2/3 of the nation of Israel, they don't fear the Heavenly Father Yahweh through His Son Yahweh Shai, which is the beginning of knowledge, also the beginning of wisdom. So they're going to be comfortless during the day of trial, during the time of the hour of temptation. And Esau, Edom, and his hegemony are going to mandate the mark of the beast, which is a RFID microchip, upon the world, man. It says also, "For horrible is the end of the unrighteous generation." Now, what is going to cause the end of the unrighteous generation to be horrific? The ICBM nuclear missiles. Because it says in the book of Zechariah, chapter 14, verse 12, that their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet.
That's
And
right.
their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongues in their mouths. Why? Because the day comes that shall burn as an oven. So horrible is the end of the unrighteous generation, which is the generation that we live in right now. 2/3 of the nation of Israel. That's all I wanted to add to what we.
I got a precept.
You got it, bro.
wanna bring that out?
Yeah. I had I had looked this up real quick, and this is on the website. What is this? This is from history.com. It says King's birth name was Michael, not Martin. The civil rights leader was born Michael King Jr. on January 15, 1929. In 1934, however, his father, a pastor at Atlanta's Ebenezer Baptist Church, traveled to Germany and became inspired by the Protestant Reformation.
The Protestant.
Protestant Reformation leader Martin Luther.
Which was an Edomite, a fat Edomite bastard.
Right.
As a result, King Sr. changed his own name as well as that of his 5-year-old son. And I want to get into a scripture. This is Jeremiah 23 and 25.
That's right.
It says, I have heard what the prophet said,
Break it down, bro.
that prophesies lies in my name, saying, I have dreamed. I have dreamed. So even, the Most I was saying, like, there's false prophets out here, man, proclaiming that they had a dream and a vision from the Most High, but the Most High saying that they're lying, man. They prophesize lie. Okay, so all these so-called, all these black leaders, throughout, history, whatever, that was, any sort of so-called prophecy that they were saying about the Most High was lies, man. And I call them black leaders because they were Gentiles, man. Okay,
They black in their goddamn mind.
that's right. Okay, like the real leaders of Israel, are the men who woke up and knew that they're from the nation of Israel, man. That prophesied prophecies that came to pass. It says, verse 26, how long shall this be in the heart of the prophets that prophesy lies? Yeah, they are prophets of the deceit of their own hearts. So all these prophets, man, they would prophesy lies throughout their whole life, man. And they still here trying to, being, so-called conscious and like woke or whatever, just feeding, bullshit prophecies to the nation of Israel, man, okay? To the 2/3 of the people. Verse 27, which think to cause my people to forget my name by their dreams, which they tell every man to his neighbor. So all these fake prophets out here prophesying lies, and they believe, in their foolishness. They're the ones who trying to, stray Israel from waking up, man, because they, giving, fake names, to Israel, whether it's Buddha, Jesus, Muhammad, or wherever all these other fake, false idols are. These false prophets, man,
But basically, their main thing is pushing plantation Christianity.
Yeah.
That's what they pushing. They're not pushing Buddhists. You got Farrakhan pushing that Islam shit, but Islam is starting to be faded out. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause everybody know that shit is bullshit. You know what I mean? Allah's a lot of bullshit. When they be like, a lot of bullshit. We know that's a lot of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But even though the Most High name, Allah means power. So, hey, he is a God of power, but that's not his name. So you got them Israelites calling him Allah, but that's not his name. And you got these plantation Christians like Martin Luther King and his father, they teaching plantation Christianity, teaching you to worship a white Jesus, man, which go back to Serapis. In order for you to understand the true meaning of Christianity and where it derived from, you have to go back to the ancient world, man. In order for you to understand the true meaning of that deity that you see with his arms stretched out, with a baby and a Virgin Mary, and all that shit goes back to the worship of Tammuz and Semiramis, or when you go back even further, during the time. Now, the virgin broke. Now, hold on, let me slow down. When you see the woman carrying the baby, that go back to Semiramis and Tammuz. When you see Serapis, when you see Jesus Christ, that go back to Serapis during the time of the Ptolemy Empire. Ptolemy Soter, which is the Ptolemy first, and his son Philadelphus. That's where that goes back to. Ptolemy Soter means savior, and the apostle brought that out when he did that video breaking down
Cyrus Christus.
No, when he broke down that scripture, he broke down
Revelation.
Daniel chapter 11, the 11th chapter, man. It's on this channel. Daniel 11th chapter, the breakdown. He was going all into it, man. He was getting down too. And in order for you to understand the scriptures, man, you got to understand secular history. And secular history lines up with the scriptures, man. So there's no excuse, man. You can't lie. Secular history is not going to lie, man. You can try to distort the scriptures to a simple-minded person, but when that simple-minded person begin to think and start going back to secular history, they're going to see that it's lining up with biblical prophecy. And you can't gainsay biblical prophecy, man. Because it's going to come to pass, man.
Precept.
Yeah, bro.
This is the book of Galatians, chapter 4, verse 16. Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth?
And that's why a lot of you Negroes, especially Native Americans, hate Great Millstone. Great Millstone started with the Apostle Tahar, the Apostle Gabar, the Apostle Bakar, and the Apostle Ramlab. They are hated on down to the elders and the teachers and the prophets of Great Millstone. We are the #1 hated camp. Why? We tell you the whole straight 100% truth, man. We give you the good as well as the nasty of the scriptures, man. We break down, we give you the good of the scriptures, we give you the nasty of the scriptures. We break down the truth and we give it to you 100%. You know what I'm saying? We don't sidetrack, we don't try to cut corners, we give it to you 100% in truth and sincerity, man. And that's why we are hated, man. We bring out the rape doctrine. A lot of these people lose your mind over that, man. We bring out how women in the scriptures was secondary, they second-class citizens. You hate that. That's truth, though. Yeah, bro.
This is 2 Corinthians 11:6. But though I be rude in speech, yet not in knowledge.
Hey, man, Paul was speaking, man. Paul said, even though I be rude in speech, because when Paul spoke, riots broke out, man. You know? You had men that pledged, 40 men that pledged, we will not eat or drink till we put Paul to death, man. You know? Mm-hmm. He had to be let down in the basket, man, let out of I think the area he was in Jerusalem, I think, because men was plotting to kill him. You know, so we tell you the truth, so therefore we become your enemy. Read it again from the top real quick.
This is 2 Corinthians 11:6. But though I be rude in speech, yet not in knowledge.
Though we be rude in speech, but yet not in knowledge. We out there, we tell you harshly, breaking down the truth harshly to you. So we rude in speech, but we're not rude in knowledge. We bringing out the truth, man, 100% truth, man. We bringing out that secular history, even though we bringing that to you harshly, man. When you can't take it, oh, why you yelling? Why you speaking aggressively? That's how I talk, bro. I'm not coming at you aggressively. I'm just talking aggressively. So I'm being rude in speech, but not rude in knowledge. I'm bringing out the truth, man. I'm giving you the whole 100% truth. Bringing out secular history, married it with the scriptures, and bringing out prophecies and married it with the scriptures. But I'm telling you, and then I'll bring out certain things. Like you gotta have a beard on your face. You can't mar your corners of your beard. You can't have a bald head. You can't commit adultery. You can't eat shrimp. You can't eat lobsters. You can't eat pork. And then when I start bringing that shit that cut you, now I become your enemy. Where that at? You know what I'm saying? Now when I break it down, then when we break it down, it's like a problem now to y'all. You know? So now therefore I became your enemy. Because I'm telling you, you can't eat this, you can't do that, you can't commit adultery, and you probably doing the very same thing I'm telling you can't do. You can't be a homosexual. You can't do this. You can't do that. You know? It's all about balance, man. Yeah, bro.
But we have been thoroughly made manifest among you in all things.
We have been thoroughly made manifest among you in all things. Therefore, you see us out there in the highways and the byways. You see us on the videos, man. Putting up these videos. Like right now, we're doing a sit down. And this video is live, so therefore it's going out to the four corners of the earth, man. This video is on the World Wide Web and it's live. So you could be in Tokyo and watching this video and put in your perspective language and understand what the hell we saying, man. You could be in Zimbabwe, put in your perspective language and understand what the hell we saying, man. You could be over there in Albuquerque, New Mexico. You could be in goddamn Davos, Switzerland, where Donald Trump is at right now, man. And put in the perspective language to them people over there and get the understanding, man. So there's no excuse, man. Yeah, bro.
I got a
That was
precept.
it?
I got a precept.
You must have winding it down, right?
Yeah. Con. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 19, verse 2. Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night sheweth knowledge. Verse 3. There is no speech, nor language, where their voice is not heard.
And that's that internet scripture right there, man. The scripture of the unicorn, man. Because like I said, man, you could be hearing this in Hawaii, in the land of Polynesia, man, and speaking that Polynesian language, man, and turn that this English to Polynesian language, wherever they speak, and you can get the full understanding, man. You could be whatever you at, whatever language you speak, whatever country you in, you could change it to your perspective language and get this, man. So therefore, that scripture is the scripture that's coming to pass to this very day through the unicorn, man. Through the unicorn, which is the internet, yeah, bro.
Come, verse 4. Their line is gone out through all the earth.
Their line is going out through all the earth. These videos, man. These live shows we put up. Not only the live shows, but also the recorded shows we put up, man. Because you got other brothers that download the live shows or the recorded shows and put on their channel, man. And if you in Great Britain or you in Germany, and you download a video from somebody doing a live show in New York, guess what? That live show broadcast was going on in New York. It's going to be broadcast on this channel, and it's going to get views, man. Which is the work of the Most High, man. This is done because the brother is downloading in sincerity. So guess what? The work of the Most High and the voice of the Most High do not go out void. The work of the Most High is not going out void, man. It's going to accomplish what the Most High set forth with the sender to do, man. Roughly paraphrasing it. Yeah, bro.
And their words to the end of the world.
And these words, the World Wide Web, these words are reaching to the ends of the earth, man. You see what I'm saying? You see what the scriptures are saying? These words that of Yahweh Shah is reaching the four corners of the earth by what? The unicorn, the internet, the YouTube. So the YouTube, like the Apostle Gabal always says, is doing the heavy lifting. All we have to do is push the word and upload the videos on the YouTube and let the YouTube do the heavy lifting. And that's what we do. Go out there in the highways and the byways, you know. In season, out of season. This weekend was kind of a little cold, you know. But guess what? We was bearing it. Why? Because it was not that unbearable where we couldn't go out and teach. So we do this shit. That shit slack. We do this work in season and out of season, man. You know?
I appreciate it.
Yeah, bro. It's a little more.
Yeah, come. In them had he set a tabernacle for the sun.
Read it again, Brother Kashan.
Come. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 19, verse 4. Their line is gone out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. In them had he set a tabernacle for the sun.
And that's the tabernacle for the sun. That's the church, man. That's the body, man. You know? So you people, man, listen, man. Bottom line is this right here, man. This word is going out. It's being pushed out the four corners of the earth. And that's why we know we're at the end of Esau's rulership. Because not only this word has been pushed out the four corners of the earth, but we see upwards of the people. We see volcano eruptions. We see fires. We see wars. We hear rumors of wars. We see pestilence. The threat of martial law. Look what's going on in Virginia. So we know we're at the end of Esau's empire, man. We know we're at the end of Esau's rulership. We're at the end of the age of Esau, or the eon of Esau, the so-called white man. And Jacob is that which followed, pursuant to Second Esdras, the second Esdras, the 6th chapter, the 6th verse, the 6th chapter, the 9th verse, Salakia, man.
Yeah, the time is speeding up too.
Yeah, it could, man.
So
Time wait for no man, man. Yeah, bro.
It's Matthew chapter 24, verse 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations.
And that's exactly what's happening right now, man. This gospel is being preached throughout the four corners of the earth by what? The internet. Somebody get that in Romans? It's in Romans.
I got it.
You got it?
This is Romans chapter 10,
Wait,
verse
hold on.
18. But I say, have they not heard? Yes, verily, their sound went into all the earth, and their words unto the ends of the world.
Hey, man. Break it down, bro. It's plain and simple. Break it down, bro.
Yeah, this is the book of Romans chapter 10, verse 18. But I say, have they not heard? Now the they is referring to is the elect of the nation of Israel. And the elect of the nation of Israel have heard these words, man. The words of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, the gospel. Yes, verily, which means truly. Their sound, meaning the prophets, because the prophets, they sing the song of the gospel by way of the internet and by way of going out on the highways and byways unto the elect of the nation of Israel, who can only understand the chorus of the song, went into all the earth and their words unto the ends of the world. So from America, which is Babylon the Great, to the various countries upon the planet Earth, these words, the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, has gone forth out to, so that the elect can hear these words and be sealed. So we go back to the scripture.
Matthew 24:14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. All right, the word gospel means good news, good tidings. All right, the good tidings is that the kingdom of heaven is at hand. All right, we're in a time where the Most High is going to set up the kingdom of heaven. All right, and it says it shall be preached in all the world, and that's everywhere in the world. All right, the scriptures talk about how we was going to be a witness of Yahweh Shai unto the uttermost parts of the world. That's throughout the whole four corners of the earth. All right, because we got to preach the word before all nations, because you got Israelites scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Okay, it says for a witness unto all nations, because just like the Lord said unto Ezekiel, he's a prophet unto the nations. We're also prophets unto the nations. Okay, and it says and then shall the end come. All right, and that's why we see these prophecies speaking, like it says in Habakkuk 2nd chapter. These prophecies are speaking, and they're not lying. All right, so these prophecies are coming to pass. All right, we see wars and rumors of wars, earthquakes and uproars of the people. All right, see the chariots. All right, chariots making their appearances.
Plague of locusts.
Huh?
Plague of locusts.
Oh yeah, the plagues. The brother just mentioned one of the plagues: locust, pestilence.
Got some chicken head, bro.
Yeah, the chip, the mark of the beast.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So anybody got something else?
Yeah, I'll bring this piece about for you. This is the
Now
book
you
of
break it down, bro.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 33,
Oh,
verse
brothers wanna
33.
break it down.
Yeah, it says, and
Last scripture too.
when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet had been among them.
So when this destruction, man, when these wars or rumors of wars, man, the chip, which is the mark of the beast, these race wars, concentration camps, which all of these things are in the process of coming to pass. And as they are doing so, what these people are saying, man, them men on the corners, them Hebrew Israelites were right, man. They are truly the prophets of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And everything is going to fully manifest in its perfection in these last days and times, man.
That's right. That's right. That's right. So you people that's taking heed, take heed, man. And those that take heed is only going to be the first fruits, man. 144,000. The 1/3. The rest is going to reject, scoff, and scorn, and they're going to pay, man. We all going to get right, but some got to taste it after death by pain. But on this time, I want to be on a side where I don't have to face death and pain, man, to get right, man. Because we all going to get right. The whole nation of Israel is going to be right, man. But some, the 2/3, have to taste death, and the same shall know it after death by pain, man. So you got to go through that pain and receive death in order for you to understand the scriptures. I don't want to go through that, man. I want to get it on this side right here, and receive that glorious, crown, and receive that glorious, the glorious, deliverance, man, that's going to come, man. And that glorious deliverance is going to come by the way of chariots, man, being beamed up by Yahweh, by Yahweh Shah, man, When Yahweh Shah bring death, destruction, and deliverance. So I want to be on the first train. I don't want to be on that last train, man, on the train that comes 2 hours late. The next train that come 2 hours later, man. I want to be on the first train, on the platform, move. On the platform, waiting for the first train.
She want to get on that train too.
Exactly. So with that, we're going to give all praises to Yahweh.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash.
And double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutation, you Akim out there that's doing this work in truth and sincerity. Hey, the water for you Akim out there putting scriptures on the comment board. Even though we wasn't really reading on the comment board, but hey, it was another lesson on the comment board and it was edifying scriptures coming out, man. With that, Shalom.
Shalom. Shabbat the ball.